Mpho, it's always great starting the day with you. What are the big stories for this Thursday morning?
This Thursday morning, we hope that we're third time lucky today and hope that the Minister of COGTA, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, does address the nation. This, like I said, it's the third time. We want to know what those regulations are. You and I, as South Africans, when the ministers break it down tomorrow, we want to know where we stand. What are we to do? What are we not to do? Where are we supposed to go? And how are we supposed to handle lockdown level 3? So we hope that this afternoon she will finally, give us an address there. And then, of course, we track a story that we've been tracking for the week: mines. The effect of mines on communities surrounding them, the numbers that also continue to rise in terms of infections at mines. But today we're in the northwest, and what we're doing is we're tracking the MEC, who is in Rustenburg, which is the epicenter of the northwest at the moment, but also to track mine workers who mining houses are now tracking and screening. And why they're doing this is they're preparing for Monday, when all mines are going into 100% workforce come the 1st of June. So we'll see companies that have been asked to look into this and test these miners and screen them before they go into the mines on Monday. So
this is essentially outsourcing the task of having to screen mine workers. Are we knocking on their doors and, I guess, partake in the screening process that way? We are knocking on their doors, and we are doing the screening process in that particular way so that we're ready come Monday. So we'll follow that process. We're actually looking at a mine worker who is being tracked and the process of all of this. So that's what Zinhle is going to do. And then, of course, we are about 3 or so days away from the 1st of June when schools are opening. And one of the biggest things is that the schools, the sanitizing and how schools are readying themselves. But the other issue, though, is that teachers are saying, the teachers' unions are saying, our members are not going to work. SATU is adamant that their members are not going to work in the Western Cape as well as in KZN, right? So we track that story. We speak to SATU in the Western Cape, but we also go to a school in the Western Cape in Mitchell's Plain, where we're looking at how the school is readying. We know that they're also marking particular places in the classroom, in the corridors of the school. So we go to that school to find for ourselves what is happening there and how they're getting ready. In KZN, we speak to the MEC of Education, who's in Ndwedwe this morning, and finding out how schools are readying in rural KwaZulu-Natal. And that's where we are. And then the last story I want to talk about is, we haven't really spoken about early development centers or early learning centers, right, since COVID. But it's one of those areas where parents are asking themselves, I'm going to go to work on Monday. Where's my child going? But the other issue is, how have they managed to pay their staff over this COVID period? Because many ECDs work on parents paying school fees. So if parents were not sending their kids to creche and were not paying school fees, how is the process going to pan out? And our reporter Sindisiwe Twala is on that story today, and she'll share with you more on what are the challenges, what are the stats, and what are the things that people are doing just to ready themselves when ECDs open. The schooling issue is such a major one, less than a week before at least the first bunch of pupils are said to be back in class. What's important about KZN as well is, at a media briefing over the weekend, Premier Sihle Zikalala said teachers in that province will actually return to school today. Yes. You remember that was meant to happen on Monday, but there was no PPE at that time. So I wonder if, the PPE has been sorted out, and in fact, the promise that was made then will be fulfilled today. Because that's certainly a big thing, We expect that the MEC will shed some light on that actually today. So part of what we're tracking is exactly that. Are they confirming that things are okay now for teachers to go back to work? And what does it mean then for the school calendar and how things are going to pan out going forward? Yeah, there are people contracting the virus in the Western Cape, 2 more teachers. But thank you very much for keeping a very close eye on this story for us. Mpho Raphata is our assignments editor here on Newzroom Afrika, helping us decode some of the complexities for the big stories for the day ahead. Certainly appreciate your time.